Alrighty, guys. I feel like, well, first of all, we're doing something very different. We're just kind of doing like a little like life reset vlog for the day. I'm just, this is kind of going to be all over the place. I'm going to be talking about my current read, but I'm also going to be talking about like my morning routine and how I'm switching things up and what I'm doing and how I'm feeling, and it's going to be a chatty one. So if you're not in a mood for chatting and rambling, this may not be the one for you, and that is a-okay. But anyway, enjoy this little montage of my morning prior to sitting here and chatting with you guys.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll
Alrighty, so as you guys saw, we had a very eventful morning. As far as like my morning routine goes and like what I'm trying to do with that, I am trying to run Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So have Wednesdays and Sundays off. Now, see, Sundays is a day I want like completely off. I've even thought about doing like a no social media, no phone Sunday, and just like it specifically being a very intentional family day. But that has been on my mind a lot recently. Anyway, with my running, I've been getting up around 4:30 to get out for my runs, and it is obviously still pretty dark out, but the nice thing is we have a community in the back. There are tons of houses, tons of street lamps. I keep myself safe, which is awesome, and I just really enjoy my running. The thing that I kept telling myself why I kind of stopped running and why I'm getting back into it, I couldn't even tell you why. I stopped when I was pregnant with Grace, and running just makes me feel so great. And again, I don't know why I stopped. And then something in my head was always telling me, like, I don't know, we knew we were going to have more than one child, and like, okay, well, we're going to have another child, so I don't want to get into a routine and then, have to come back out of it. Not that I have to come back out of it. When you're pregnant, you can run when you're, like, I just had all of these, like, circling thoughts in my mind as to why I shouldn't be getting back into it. I am getting back into it. I love running. For those that don't know, I was someone who did like a half marathon, I would say like every month to every other month, and it was a blast. I had so much fun. I competed in one marathon, and I would love to do that again. Now, that was the hardest thing ever for me. Obviously, that marathon is a lot, but it's something I would absolutely love to do again. So that is my routine in the mornings now. I am doing a minimum of 2 miles. I need to get more into like scheduling and everything, but I want to actually get into the physical routine of actually getting up before I like plan, certain days for certain lengths and just, stuff like that. I just need to actually get in the physical routine of doing it. Also, it is very hard for me to get up that early because my thing is also I read before bed, and obviously I love reading. That's why we're here. So it's hard to put my book down at night as well. So, getting up that early and everything else, I just need to get up and get out the door. I was going to talk to you guys a little bit before I actually got out the door this morning. That was not happening. Not happening at all. Also, another thing I love to do with my morning routine, I get out, I run. I will either listen to an audiobook or I will play Pandora on my phone. And some people are probably like, you used to listen to Pandora. Another thing, sometimes I feel ancient. I'm only 30. I literally just turned 30. But I know some people probably don't even know what Pandora is. Some people probably do. I was watching somebody the other day, and they were like, yeah, she said something about never having listened to the radio and only using like Spotify and like streaming sources and whatnot. And I was like, I listen to the radio all the time still. I do. Nothing wrong with like streaming sources and everything like that, but sometimes it like mind boggles me that I feel like I'm so far like behind, and I can only imagine how my parents feel. But anyway, yeah, so I will either listen to an audiobook or listen to, I think it's like running radio or something on Pandora. That is what I did this morning. On my walk back, I will usually listen to like a Christian, I think it's Christian Hits on Pandora. And it's usually awesome because obviously I'm like winding down from my run. The sun is coming up and it's just such a vibe. I absolutely love it. It also like, as I'm walking and cooling down from my run, I will come back and I'll just feel, it just feels so at peace. And I love that. Come back, eat breakfast, get a shower. Our littlest one has been waking up so incredibly early. Sometimes to the point where he wakes up around, I would say I'm usually in the shower by 5:45-ish maybe. And he's up. So he's been waking up very early, and it's so strange because he used to be my great sleeper, and now that is all changing. Anyway, another thing I wanted to say with routines is it feels like when you have little ones that when you get into a routine and you're like, okay, I have a solid routine going, that they switch things up on you, you know what I mean? So I'm always like, I don't want to get into a routine, and then, you know, something else, I need to get into a routine. And this one's actually working really well for right now, and if anything changes, then I will just adapt to it. But I want to get my running in. I want to just have like a morning routine. I need to get set in something, and that is currently obviously what I'm working on. Also, when I'm done my shower, I used to tell myself that I really couldn't do anything because, like, you know, Grace would be up, or now the baby's up, and I'd be like, oh, you know, I can't really do anything because they're up. No, I need to get back into reading a devotional and jumping into my Bible. That has also completely gone to the wayside. Like I said, guys, I'm just rambling and ranting. So everything and anything that could possibly come up might just come up. So that has gone off to the wayside, and I am starting that back up again. Again, after my shower. I would do it first thing in the morning, but my brain is just not there, and it wouldn't happen first thing in the morning. So now when I'm done my shower, I come down, no matter if the kids are up or not. I jump into, right now the devotional I'm reading is Jesus Calling for Moms. And I absolutely love this. I actually started this one a while ago and just re-picked it back up, and I really love this one. So that is a devotional I'm reading, and then obviously I have my Bible here. And as you guys saw in the morning, I have annotated a lot in this Bible. I was thinking about getting another one, like a spiral Bible, because it's easier to like annotate and stuff in a spiral Bible, but I just, like I said, I need to just get back into a routine no matter what kind of Bible I make up silly excuses. I make up silly excuses all the time. We're not doing that now. I am doing both of these things every single morning. So there is that as well. That's as far as my morning routine goes. Now, if the kids aren't up, I will jump into like a current read or something like that. But obviously this morning the kiddos were up. But as far as my current read goes, I am reading Thrown for a Scoop by Dana Mentic. That is what that one looks like. It is the 4th book in the Shake Shop mystery series. And I have to say, I really love this series. I heard that this might just be the last one, and I'm kind of upset about it because I love the characters. I love the small town. I just love everything about this. The vibes, absolutely amazing. The found family aspect of it, so incredibly good. I am not very far in whatsoever. I literally just started not that long ago, but that is what I am currently reading. If you are a cozy mystery reader and haven't gotten to the series yet, I highly recommend it. I enjoyed book 1, but I thoroughly enjoyed books 2 and 3, and I have a feeling I'm going to love this one as well. So that is it as far as my current reading goes, and again, I will pick up my book in the morning if the kids are not up, which I feel like rarely happens. And then you guys saw what happened for the rest of the day. We went outside. I am trying to get more intentional with my time spent outside. I had my hair down all nice and like my natural curls and all that stuff. And I also cannot stand having hair on my neck when I am sweaty. And we got outside. I played soccer with Grace. Grace just ended her first, well, it's technically her first soccer camp, but she did one camp in the beginning and one camp at the end. And they were both like the same camps, but they just ran at different times. And it was the same instructors. It was absolutely amazing. She adored it. And so we went outside, we played soccer, they rode on different cars and different things we had back there, they blew bubbles. We just had an awesome time outside this morning. Again, trying to be very, very intentional with that outside time, getting as much in as possible, especially since it's summer and it's so nice out before fall and winter come and it gets, you know, maybe a little groggy, a little, you know, there's more rain, everything like that. I want to get as much time outside as possible. Right now, the kiddos are, well, Grace is not napping. She's just having quiet time in her room currently. I am watching her on the monitor next to me, and then David is napping. So when they get up from their naps, we will probably go outside and do some water table play, and we have like a little baby pool that I will set up, even though we have the big pool, which they will probably get in when Dave gets home. We'll probably all go in the pool, honestly. But that is our day so far today, but I wanted to kind of go through my morning routine and what I want it to look like. There's also just a lot of different stuff I'm trying to reset in general. I feel like we've just kind of been all over the place. I feel like that's kind of how summer is. It's just like fly by the seat of your pants. And while I love it at times, I also want more structure and something I want to do. I would love to do more home cooked meals and like prepping. I need to get back into that. Something I realized about myself is I am a convenience person and I enjoy the process of doing things. I truly do. I try to enjoy the process of like even just like the littlest mundane things. I try to enjoy the process. I want to start making things like and just prepping them because like I said, I am someone of convenience. Like I will go for a like to go protein drink like you saw me have for breakfast. I love those oats overnight. Now while there are healthier options, I would love to do something home cooked which is even healthier. So that is something I want to do. I have to sit down later this weekend and like kind of plan out our meals for the week. I want to get back into that. I feel like that has kind of gone to the wayside. So we're kind of doing like a reset of all things. Now you guys won't see me do all of this reset in this video. This was kind of more of just like my morning routine reset and then talking to you guys about what else I want to do. Another thing, books. You guys know that is mainly why we're here is books. Guys, I've hauled so many books, okay? Am I going to get to all these books? Logically, no. And the other thing is, like, am I reading what I truly want to read? And I can say for the most part that I am, but also there's a part of me that's like, am I just reading this book because it's popular? Am I just reading this book because it's a new release? Like, do I really want to read this book, or am I doing this for a video? You know, like all of those other reasons I could possibly read. I want to read for the enjoyment of me reading, and I feel like I've just been trying to keep up with way too much, and I need to focus on like, I love this series, right? I don't know when the last time I picked up book 3 was. I want to say almost like winter of last year. And I've had book 4 on my shelves, and why I haven't picked it up, it's beyond me. And I have so many of those type of books on my shelves, and I just keep putting them off because I'm like, oh, I have this idea. This would be a great idea. Like, I just need to start reading things I would love to read. Not to say that I don't do that. Not to say I don't love popular reads or find books that I really love. But I also just need to kind of focus on what brings me joy and, like, the sense of calm and coziness when I need it. Like right now when there's just so much going on and there's so much I'm wanting to change, and this is like a calm, cozy comfort read for me, and it is literally perfect. So that is exactly what I'm reading. I was going to do a reading vlog because I got 2 other books at Barnes, which I should not have gotten if we're going to be completely honest. Strange Pictures and Strange Houses. Picked them up at Barnes, and I was like, I'm going to do a reading vlog on these, and Dave was like, you have so much, you're doing right now. Like, we're in the process of, like, doing so many things. And that's one thing I love that Dave keeps me grounded. You guys know I talk about Dave a lot on the channel. He buys me books so often, and he's an amazing husband. He's so supportive, but he will also tell me, like, look, like, we're trying to do way too much at this point. Like, let's focus on one thing. And so, yeah, we're not doing a reading vlog. I am going to continue on with my cozy comfort read and just enjoy the process and soak it all in and soak it all up. And that's another thing, is just, like, I don't know, part of me always felt like I needed to read books fast. I don't. I like to enjoy reading them slowly sometimes, and that's exactly what I'm doing now. Not to say that I don't fly through books sometimes, because I'm enjoying them that much too. Like, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Sometimes I feel like I'm just, like, getting through as many books as possible. Is it all the time? No, but I need to just stop doing that. There's no reason for that. Anyway, if you guys saw my shelves upstairs, I'll insert some clips of my shelves upstairs. There are books on the floor. There are books in another shelf that I want to clear out, because I'm going to actually use that shelf as Grace's, like, she has cubbies upstairs with her clothes in them. I want to put the cubbies in the bookshelf and make that kind of like her dresser, so it's easier for her to do. There are just things I want to do, and I want to get these books cleaned up. I want to honestly, again, go through them and be like, am I honestly wanting to read this? Am I honestly going to read this? And go through all of the books. So that's something I also have to do, like a mini reset with my bookshelf. So as you can tell, I'm kind of like reevaluating everything, not everything, but I'm reevaluating a lot. And I just feel like we have, not even that we've been all over the place, but we've been without structure, obviously because of summer and things like that. And I know it's completely normal, but I do want to get back into a routine. I want to stop making excuses for myself not to be running, especially since I enjoy it so much. I need to stop that. I need to stop making excuses in general for not doing things that I enjoy, because there's no reason for it. I need to do the things I love. So anyway, yeah, like I said, you are here for a rant and a ramble, and that is exactly what I'm giving you guys. But anyway, I figured I would come on and just talk about that kind of stuff, because I don't do it very often. And I want to get to know you guys on another level. I feel like this is something that I would probably normally just kind of put on Patreon, and I feel like this is kind of like relatable stuff that I'm working through and working on, and just trying to get things back to like a normal rhyme and rhythm around here. So I figured I would share that, especially since we're all coming to an end of summer, which is absolutely insane. I cannot get over how fast time is going. It is flying by. It's absolutely crazy. I was looking at Grace yesterday, and I was like, how have you gotten this big? And David too. David's really big. Everyone in the doctor's office couldn't even believe David was David, because he's just so big for his age. And it's absolutely insane. It's absolutely crazy. And that's another thing, just like taking in the moment, and taking a moment to take in the moment. And like, of course you're not going to remember everything, and like, memories sometimes, they're not there anymore, and like, but you'll always remember that something is so simple as like, when I was holding David as a baby, I remember telling myself, oh, like, take this in, like, this might be the last, and we don't even know about any of that kind of stuff, but I was like, this might be the last, like, take it in, and like, enjoy the moment. And like, just knowing I was able to sit there and enjoy the moment brings me joy still. I don't know, I'm a weirdo. I'm also a really emotional and sensitive person, so that just might be a me thing. I don't know, guys. Anyway, enough rambling and ranting. You are probably tired of hearing me talk about literally everything and anything, but that is how my little reset is going, what I am kind of wanting to do, what I want my morning routine to look like, what I'm going to start having my morning routine look like. And again, I need to stop making the excuses. I need to stop doing it. And another thing is like, making excuses, especially when you have little ones, I feel like is so easy, because you can always just, that could always be an excuse, and I need to stop that. Like right now I have Grace coming down because she wants to come down here instead of sit in her room, and normally I would make an excuse to like just end this video and stop it, and I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. This is real life. This is how it is. This is also kind of like a vulnerability vlog in a way. I don't know. Sharing a lot with you guys. But anyway, that is that. So Gracie is down here now. We will wait for David to get up, and we will probably end up back outside like we were yesterday. Yesterday we had our cousin come over, right? And we had fun. And what did we do with our cousin yesterday?
I played.
You do what?
I went outside.
Outside, yeah. We went outside. We did the water table. We did the mini pool. We did the slide. We did swings. We had lots of fun. We ate some nuggets and fries. Then we had pizza for dinner last night. Again, that's another thing. I just want to get back into like meal planning and meal prepping and things like that. There's a lot I want to do. But if you have any like quick, easy recipes like prepping, planning meals and things like that that you absolutely love, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'm a huge crockpot person. Swear by the crockpot. Anyway, I will stop rambling and ranting. And I am going to, while Grace is up, she'll do her own thing for a little bit of quiet time while David still sleeps. I will pick up my book for a little bit, and we will see you guys. We'll probably go outside. I don't know if I'm going to talk to you guys again before bed. Hopefully, keeping my fingers crossed that I do. But thanks for staying along for my rambling and ranting. So, we will see you. We'll see you soon. Alrighty guys, so we are wrapping up the day today. The kids need a bath, so that's what I'm going to do. But I wanted to end off just with a quick chat with you guys real quick to give you an update on how far I'm into Thrown for a Scoop by Dana Mentink. Again, the 4th book in the Shake Shop mystery series. I only got to chapter 5, which is page 67. Now, what I want to say with this one, I love these characters. I can't get enough of them. I already said that. Love the small town. Love the found family aspects of them. The thing that's different with this one was actually self-published, where the other ones were, what is it, Poison Pen, Poison Press? Something like that. Her books are all the way up on the top shelf there. So this one is indie published, and I feel like you can tell just a teeny bit, and the only reason I'm saying this, there's like 1 or 2 things where I was like, okay, that's a mistake kind of thing. Like there's little like errors, or like the word choicing is like it makes you stop and like reread. But other than that, I am still absolutely loving the book. Guys, again, I really love this series. I highly recommend it, again, if you are a cozy mystery lover. So that's all I really have to say about this. Again, didn't get too far. I will read tonight before bed. But I also wanted to say before we hop off of here that I know I've talked about changing a lot of different things, guys, and I know this is not going to happen overnight, and obviously the first thing that I'm working on is my morning routine, and I'm getting that down, and then we will go into other areas. I don't want you to think that I am like changing everything right away, because that's not going to work. I am aware of that. I've tried to do it previously and it just does not work. So we're going through like one area at a time. So right now is the morning routine. Then I'll work on something else, probably food prepping, and just trying to get to be more healthy, but also prepping for that convenience aspect of things. I can also just kind of do the books sporadically, like randomly whenever I get time, throw some of them up on Pango, donate some to the library or free little libraries around town. I don't want you to think I'm like changing everything at once and advocating for any of that stuff, because it's not me. I am slow and steady here. So wanted to throw that out there as well. I also wanted to say, I feel like with like trying to slow down and whatnot, I feel like I've contemplated this, but I don't know. I'm so iffy on it. I've contemplated deleting my Instagram app. Not deleting my account entirely, but just deleting the app. I find myself doom scrolling a whole, like a lot. So I'm like, maybe if I took that off, that would also be like one less thing to be there as a distraction. So I'm thinking about giving it a go, and I say that it's easy just to re-upload, so I probably will give that a go. If that's something you've ever tried, please let me know. I would love to know how it went, like, your whole experience with it, leave it in the comments down below. I am so super curious. But anyway, guys, that's gonna wrap up today. Thank you guys for sticking with us for this day, and I'm sorry if I was all over the place in ranting and rambling, and obviously this is very different than my usual content. But let me know if you enjoyed this, since this is very different from what I usually post. But thank you guys again for being here. I appreciate each and every single one of you. I hope you had a great time with us throughout the day, and I will see you guys soon.